Welcome back to Unqualified and Uneducated, where we give your unqualified and educated opinion on all things sports, movies, TV, internet, movies, anime, or anything that's generally interesting. Today, joining me is the regular co-host, my boy Carl. What is up?
Was good. My bad for being so shitty at being able to get these podcasts out.
Nah.
But I'm down to crank out some FPs pretty quick here.
Yeah, we're into it. We're into it. So we have if we have any new listeners out there listening right now, we just want to welcome you to the channel and just so you know, this is basically a platform where Carl and I basically talk about things that are interesting that we find through our online searches, or personal problems that we encounter during our own lives, or sports that we watch, or anime that we watch. So we come here, discuss our things, and hopefully you guys can listen in and think some of the things that we say are interesting. If you think they're interesting, that's really good. But if you think they're unqualified, if you think what we say is uneducated, you came to the right place. You came to the right conclusion, because the majority of it really is unqualified and uneducated, hence the name. So now that we got that out the way, Carl, how have you been?
Yeah, I just wanted to add on. I was gonna say, yeah, if you're looking for facts, we probably got about 5% factual stuff going on here.
What is the facts? What is the facts? If you guys want facts, facts require research. Research requires time. If somebody wants to do the fact searching for us and shoot us a copy, an email or something, I'm so down if somebody wants to get us the facts.
I've been doing pretty good over here, bro. Just went on a little vacay, and now I'm just back and trying to get back into some sort of routine. Started working out more, and since I'm not officially have this job yet, but on Monday I'll have my final interview. They decided to make me the robotics coach. So really? I've had a couple robotics practices.
What is robotics? What is that? What is Are you guys building robots to battle bots?
No, so I definitely first off, absolutely know nothing about robotics. They just threw it at me, and I have to take it because I'm a math guy, and that just goes hand in hand with the robotics, supposedly.
Yeah, it does.
Right, and then basically all it is during the season, this federation gives you some sort of task, and the task could be something be able to pick up an object and move it 10 feet and then drop it somewhere. And then you build a robot that can do that task. And that's essentially what it is. Okay. I think.
No, okay. Yeah. That sounds really interesting, and you have no experience doing this.
No experience. First practice, we're gonna watch Wall-E. Second practice, we're gonna watch Real Still. Third practice, iRobots. Fourth practice, Chappie.
Wow, so they're gonna know what a robot is at the end of this. By the fifth practice. By the fifth practice, they're gonna know what robots are and what robot consciousness is.
Oh, for sure. I'm gonna be you guys, we're really dabbling in some pretty dangerous territory. So let's be careful, okay?
That's high level stuff you got them learning. That's real high level. That's high level stuff. When does the actual robot building begin? Do you have to wait for the Federation to tell you what to do?
Yeah, so it's weird. Technically right now we're in the off season, and the off season lasts all the way until December. Oh. And then the season starts in January.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, so we're in post season, off season right now.
So there's plenty of time for you to learn how to do what you're doing.
Yeah. So it's not I'm gonna learn all the ins and outs of how to build a robot and how to make a robot work, but I'm just gonna try to learn tidbits here and there, and rely on the kids to do most of the stuff, or all of it essentially.
That sounds really cool, really interesting. Good luck with all that. I mean,
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I think I okay. So I don't really have anything that interesting going on right now. I mean, uh, I shaved my head, so I got that going for me.
No, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I got that going for me right now. It's a clean shave. I think I did pretty good with it. You
You
know.
took a blade to it?
Yeah. Well, like a shaving deal. Got like the head cream and everything. Just it was
Oh my
it
damn.
was a little. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a little scary that first that
That is kind of spooky, dude.
that initial swipe at the head was just was a little scary. I just I was afraid of just cutting, busting my head open. I was afraid.
Oh hell yeah, I would be scared too.
You know what the worst part about it was? I shaved the front, and like it took time. I did a really good job, a really delicate time, and then I was like ready to get the wash towel and wash off and just be done with it. And I was like, wait, there's the whole back. I had to do like the whole back. Now that was the hard part because I couldn't see what was going on. So I had to like fill it out, fill where the cream was gone, and just hope that I shaved well enough. And then I took my phone and like recorded like video of like the back of my
Yeah.
head to see like how much I had taken off from the back, and like I was doing a good job. And the thing I was like, I was for some reason I don't know why, for some reason I was using Snapchat to do the video. So I was like praying. So every time I do the video, then I would check and see if I posted it. Like, oh, hope I didn't post it on Snapchat on accident. Just the back of my head with shaving cream, just shaving it. So that was pretty much my ordeal with shaving my head. I think I'm gonna keep doing it because normally
Why'd you decide to shave it?
uh various reasons. Cause like I always I always kept it low. Like
Yeah.
I always kept it low, but like this like I don't know. I was watching a video of a guy, and he was just like, "Yeah, it just looks real clean. When you shave it, it looks more professional for like business adventures and interviews." And I'm in that like mode. I'm pretty close to being in that mode where I need to like start interviewing things. So I wanted to
Yeah.
at least get the process down, so it's not like this took me a long time. I was in the bathroom for like 20, 25 minutes. This took me a minute. I want to get that shave time down too, because I know some bald people that just do it in the shower, and I'm like,
Well, but like the come up is if you like can shave your own head, then you don't even have to ever get your hair cut. And I don't know if you cut your own hair before, but like you're saving money in the long run, which is a bargain, bro.
yeah, I mean, I stopped going to like the barber shop to get my hair cut probably like 8 months ago because I was like at the point where my hair wasn't really growing back anymore to warrant it to grow out. Like like it would grow out to an
Yeah.
extent, and I was like, nah, I look old. But I think the biggest plus with this is like I don't know. I personally think I look a lot younger with it shaved down than with no hair. I look younger than I did when I had like it cut low. So I
Yeah.
like that, and I like the like the facial hair plus a bald head look. I like that as well. So you know right now I'm working it. I think it's a good look for me. Just completely shaved off.
That's
Um,
dope.
yeah, I mean, ideally, I probably would rather have my hair, but you kind of gotta, you gotta
Work
make,
with what you
you
got, you
gotta
know.
work
Work
with
with what
what
you
you
got.
got. You gotta work with what you got. But like, there's some. I was watching before I made the decision to shave it completely. I was watching a bunch of videos where guys would get black guys mainly, they would get hair weaves, and they looked really good.
That's
I was
crazy. Yeah.
contemplating it. I was contemplating saving up and get me a hair weave, but you know, I like if I didn't like the look, like if the shape of my head was awkward or lumpy or anything, like I have a pretty round head, and I'm pretty fortunate that my mom didn't drop me on my head when I was younger, so I got that going for me. Like if my head was a little lumpier, I probably would go for that. I would opt for that hair weave, but I'm good. I got a good head. I got a good head on my shoulders.
It's awesome. That's sick. I
So
respect it. I respect it.
and then so yeah, so that's pretty much that's pretty much been good. I mean, my brother, he had some friends over last week. So like now like the house is like fully um operational in terms of like people
Mm,
staying over, like having guests and stuff. Like we got another bed in one of the other rooms, and we have a blow up mattress that's actually pretty sick in the other room. So it's like full ready to
oh, that's
go.
sick.
Like like before it was like, it was like those two rooms were empty, and I would be like, hey, if you guys want to sleep on the floor, I mean, you don't have any other choice. But now there's choices, there's options, and there's just the couch downstairs, and in the loft area upstairs, there's a pull-out couch, so a
Oh,
pull-out
damn,
bed.
that's dope.
So like I learned like how many people can essentially like stay the night here is at the very least I could have 4 people come here comfortably. One would have to sleep on the couch, but after last weekend I saw that it could happen. It could make do. It could be done. It could be done. So that's also another plus. Another plus. But after since we were done wrapping up, I do have to ask you, Carl, have you been keeping up with this storming Area 51 phenomenon that's happening?
I have not. I was in the dark, and I think I need to be enlightened by you, and everyone else needs to, because it's something quite amazing.
It's something. There's events that happen every so often that makes me proud to be an American, and it makes me proud to be a millennial. And I'm not saying that I'm never proud. I'm not proud to be American because it's whatever. I live here and I love living here. But there's just there's events that happen. I'm just like, man, I just love what's happening right now, and this is one of these events. So there is this event called Storm Area 51. They can't stop us all, created by
Damn it.
they can't
They can't stop
they
us
can't
all.
stop us all. And in a sense,
That's so good.
you pretty much get the gist of what it is based off that name. Storm Area 51, they can't stop us all. It's created by Shit Posting because I'm in shambles and Smiley Coon, which is spelled SMYLEEKUN. So Smiley Coon. So basically, let me read their premise. We will all meet up at Area 51 Alien Center tourist attraction and coordinate our entry. If we Naruto run, we can move faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens. And at some point as an American, Area 51, we got to know what's in there.
He said, hold up. He said at the end, let's see them aliens.
Let's see them aliens. There's and so now there's like all these memes. There's all these just like Area 51 memes. There's these, have you ever felt a 51 caliber bullet on your skin? Like there's all these memes. It's just like it's a great moment. Like just funny stuff. And of course, obviously, it's a joke. But let's pretend that let's just pretend that it's not a joke. Let's just all enjoy this moment, which I'm doing. September 20th is going to be a big day for me.
What's in September?
September 20th. There's a lot of, so at this moment, I think there's anywhere from like 300,000 to 450,000 people that have said that they are going. It's at 564,000 people said they're going. So it's fun. It's all fun and games, but Carl, like, okay, so there's 3 groups that are part of this. There are the Naruto runners, the rock throwers, and the Kyles. So based on what I know, the rock throwers are there to distract the gunmen.
Wait, hold up. These are like set groups. I thought you like came up with those names.
No. These are.
Wait, this is a set thing?
There's another person that posted. I forgot. I'm trying to find where they posted, but he proposed this idea, and he's one of the top commenters. So I think this is like this is kind of the going. this is their going. This is the strategy. So it's like there's strategy behind this. So there's the okay. So but I didn't read too much into the strategy. So I'm gonna break it down how I see this. You know, your Naruto runners are basically, and I don't want to say this. This is basically, it is what it is. They're the cannon fodder, right? They
for sure. No,
they are.
that's cannon
we both seen Naruto runners. We've seen Naruto. So basically, the Naruto runners are basically is what it is. It's like if Naruto put his fingers together and said Kage Bushino Jutsu.
Yep.
And I don't forgot what was the one for when he said like a mass one, a big one. I forgot it was. I forgot what it was, but he would make like 1,000,000 of them. So basically, 1,000,000 of these people are gonna just run, and they're just gonna get plowed by like all these high caliber guns that they have, you know. And it's just like, like rest in peace, resquiesta en pace to the resistance. That's all you can do. So they're gonna get the Naruto runners get, you know, they just try to get as many people as they can, and then disguised within those Naruto runners are the Kyles. The Kyles are basically what, you know, the memes say they are, those emotionally unstable white boys that drink monsters, and those guys can punch through drywall. Those are the Kyles. So the Kyles are the attack force. Once the Naruto runners are able to get a large enough amount of Kyles into the base, the Kyles will punch through the drywall. And the rock throwers are just hopefully they could hope we're hoping that the base hasn't improved since the 70s and they're still using drywall.
These dudes are just punching through.
We're hoping it's still drywall instead of like reinforced steel and glass and stuff like that Kyles can't punch through. So and then the rock throwers, and just see how peaceful this resistance is, or this revolution is, this attack squad is, that they just want to distract the rock throwers. They don't want to hurt anybody, and they're fully they understand the risk they understand what 50 caliber bullets is going to do to a large majority of the people, but they don't want to hurt the guards. All they want to do is see some aliens. They want to see them aliens. What do you think of this?
See some aliens.
They want to see them aliens. Let's see them aliens. What do you think about this whole thing?
I think that's amazing. I at first, when you like kind of gave me just like a brief rundown, you said those names, the Naruto runners, the Kyles, and the rock throwers. I thought you would like decided to break them down into those categories. But the fact that like someone did that and now it's like some sort of battle formation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I know.
Let's see some aliens.
Let's see some aliens. Because as an American, everyone knows what Area 51 is. There's no secret. It's a military base where they say they do these experiments and these nuclear bomb testings. But every so often, like on Unsolved Mysteries or like Urban Legends or some type of TV show, or you can go on YouTube, they always see these strange spacecrafts flying around Area 51, landing in Area 51, strange trucks driving to Area 51, strange behavior happening around Area 51. So everyone has this idea that, or this theory, it's almost like a Mandela effect, that everyone has this idea and that there are aliens there. And we covered the Mandela effect. The episode didn't make it onto the channel or anything, but this might be in a way that people want to break through that reality, break out of that Mandela effect, and find the truth about Area 51, which is pretty big. So, would you?
Big, but wouldn't it be super like depressing if they broke through there and it was really just like a bunch of tanks and like Apache helicopters and crap, and it was just like, oh, it really is just a fat military base and there's no aliens here.
250,000 people died for that. Like,
get 250,000 people, 200,000 Naruto runners are getting freaking mowed down by 51 caliber bullets, and then they're gonna go in and just see that it really was just a military base.
That is kind of sad when you think about it. Do you think the army would actually use lethal force?
No, Hell no.
Cause there's around like the once you get to like area, cause Area 51 they own like acres around their base. Like you actually, I don't. It's not. I don't. I'm not too familiar with it with the logistics about it. But I'm pretty sure you're just not gonna see the base and run to it. Like you gotta like travel like.
I think if anything, they have like some. I like how shotguns have like the slugs,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
those beanbag slugs. If anything, there's some fat resistance of 500,000 people who decided to storm Area 51. They would start blasting with that and some sort of fucking tear gas.
Yeah.
There's no way they actually open fire on like a bunch of civilians who are out of their mind Naruto running, dude. Like that'd just be wrong. Like,
I know.
You see like some of the domes running with their arms behind their back, you just like firing on them. Like what? Like their arms are just flailing back there. They're just gonna open fire. Hell no.
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine, bro, just being at work and one day and then you're just chilling there, like, because it's so boring working there. And then you just feel the ground. You just feel the ground shake.
What the hell was that?
You look out the window and all you see is.
What the fuck?
All you see.
Like 1,000 people running at him.
And these fucking rocks are just getting pounded. And then all these dudes named Kyle, they just start punching through the walls. Oh, it legitimately would be like one of the greatest moments in like American history. If this happened,
most definitely.
If this happened, and then it would just show you the power that that the younger generations, like the what are the millennials and what's after the millennials? Is it the Gen Xers or whatever?
Yeah, Gen X or something like that.
Yeah, it just shows you how powerful they can be when they put their minds to it. The power of Facebook. The power of Facebook.
Like, if this picks up more steam and like becomes legit, I might even think about going to Area 51 on September 20th. That would be hilarious.
Bro,
dude.
like I'm with you. I've talked to people about it, and my plan would be to just stay at the back. Be like in like
I'm gonna be a rock thrower for sure.
I'm gonna be a part of the I want to be like one of the I want to be the 750 to 1,000 Naruto runner, because I'm pretty sure.
I don't want to be a Naruto runner. I'm gonna get mowed down, bro. Come on,
bro. But by the time 750,000, I'm pretty sure the cows will have broken through by then, and then I could just and then I could just get the drywall. There's just gonna be a hole through the drywall that they're just gonna have punched through already. So I think I could be safe if you're at the back. And that way, if you're at the back, if it goes wrong, you can just turn around and go home.
Can you not like imagine there's like these guys who set this thing up? Like when you show up on the premise just because you decided to, they just like delegate. They just like decide where you're like, oh no, you're a Kyle.
Oh, you're a Kyle for sure. What?
I wanted to be a Naruto runner.
They're like, you're a Kyle. No. Oh, they're like, give me your ID, and it just says Kyle on it. They just they know, like they just have trained guys that know what a Kyle looks like, and then they just sit
see
it,
and you're like, oh no, you're definitely a Kyle.
They'll probably like grab a monster. No, that's what they'll do. They'll have a table.
They test the monster out on you.
No, bro, they'll have a table of monsters, a table of water bottles, and rocks. And if you grab a water bottle, they're like, oh.
Which one you choose?
Or they'll have like a kunai on the table. That's what they'll do. They'll have 3 tables. They'll have a table full of rocks, a table full of kunais and like ninja stars, and then they'll have a table of monsters. And you choose your own destiny. It'll be like some Harry Potter stuff. And then they just split you up.
That's funny.
But no, man, I really hope it happens. I hope the military use non-lethal use measures. Like I want them to use like net guns.
Yeah.
Like net guns, because like the military
tear gas would even be too far.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They're American.
Really just like kick dust into their. They should just kick dust into people's eyes and shit.
Yeah, like they could have helicopters fly like kind of like low, because when a helicopter flies low enough, dust kicks up. So stuff like that, because
Spray
like
hella dust.
the military needs a good training session every once in a while. You know, I think it'll be good fun. I think it would be great. And I couldn't imagine. You know how bad the U.S. would look worldwide if they just mowed down 250,000 of their own. That would be insane.
That would legit start like as like a thing where the military would be going against civilians.
That would
Like that
be
would just be a nightmare.
that would be insane. So, and I know this is all
Yeah.
fictional we're talking about, but that would be insane. I can't envision like them like, oh, what's happening? We got a bunch of 24-year-old and lower kids running towards the base right now. And the dude's like, by God, kill them all. And then they just get wiped out.
Fire!
Just Daenerys Targaryen just
Yeah,
flies
no way.
flies from the skies and just burns them all down. That's the only thing that could happen. But no, I mean, I'm excited for this to happen. I think that honestly, I think Facebook should do a sneak attack and do it on like August 12th and just trick Area 51. But if this was
They
like
should,
this
dude,
was
because,
yeah,
like, they know.
because now the Area 51
They know
knows.
right
Like
now.
they know, like they're monitoring people that are booking flights to Nevada. Like, you know, now they're getting ready. What if they move like the whole Area 51 to like Area 62? And then it really is just it's just a Air Force base when we get there. And then really the aliens are on another base now. So, you know,
Yeah, they should. They need to do like a trick attack like that. They have to.
yes,
That's a must.
it has to happen. So I'm hoping I'm
Yeah.
hoping the leader, I'm hoping what's that guy? I forgot what his name was. I think posting shit because something I'm in shambles. But I'm hoping Smiley Coon can you know,
Smiley.
I'm hoping Smiley Coon can get the troops together and revise a different point of attack, because I don't think going straight there is the option right now. Um, Not a really good transition. And actually, I'm going to ask you, do you want to move on to the social credit system that China has going on, something to a more real world topic? What do you think?
Yeah.
We're gonna do that one.
Let's do that.
Okay, so have you heard of this social credit system that China's proposing?
I didn't hear about it at all until you like kind of like told me about it. I didn't hear one thing about that.
Okay, so
and then I kind of looked it up.
yeah, so there's this so this is straight from Wikipedia. In 2018, sociologist Zhang Lifan explained that Chinese Zhang Lifan explained that Chinese society today is deficient in trust. People often expect to be cheated or to get in trouble even if they are innocent. He believes that it is due to the Cultural Revolution, where friends and family members were deliberately pitted against each other and millions of Chinese were killed. Whoa. The stated oh my goodness, the stated purpose of the social credit system is to help Chinese people gain trust with each other. So, so there, who knows if this is real or not? But if it's on Wikipedia, it's got to be real. So the social credit system, the social credit system is a national reputation system that is supposed to monitor people's social credit, like a you know, like we have over here our regular credits. We have a credit score. You know what we do as far as like borrowing money, paying off credit cards bill, making big purchases, and things like that goes into our credit score. On the social credit score, things you know, social things will be going into your like social issues will be going on to your credit score. And on the businessinsider.com, their article on this, they don't exactly know the methodology that will be going into determining your credit score, but they say that hold on, let me find it. Examples would be, you know, bad credit examples or bad social credit examples that would make infractions on your social credit score would be bad driving, smoking in non-smoking zones, buying too much video games, and posting fake news online. What do you so okay? So I kind of spoke a lot, but what do you think about this whole idea of a social credit score?
So what like the people in China or how their score is affected in China is by like actions that they take.
Mm-hmm.
That's so strange.
Mm-hmm. It's
Leave it up to the Chinese, bro.
so basically, if you're a good person, like that's the thing though. How do you? So basically, it has to be. They're just
Yeah, well,
put.
yeah, that's how do they like determine how do they determine like if someone's doing good or not?
That would be my biggest question. And I the
Like,
only thing I
do
can
they
think
just have
of,
someone like walking around as a police?
I think that could be the case. Or like I think what it is they just get giant cameras. Like I think they're just people are like it's you like those psychopunk genre movies and books where it's in like a dystopia dysto you know what I'm saying? Like I can't speak right now tonight,
Yeah.
but like it's just like it's set in like a super future futuristic world where there's like robots and everything, and people are just have these weird hairstyles and stuff like that, and it's just weird, right? Well,
Mm-hmm.
there's always like some type of like control by the government, where the government surveys all, and all is known by the government. So maybe that's like China's embarking on something like that, and like they're just gonna have cameras everywhere that monitors everyone, and there's gonna be like facial recognition, like like super developed cameras and computers that can identify somebody, not on fingerprint, but like facial recognition, and based on how you behave, like going smoking in the non-smoking area, that's a douchebag move. Ding, hit your credit score, which a lot of you people should be getting dinged anyways for smoking in non-smoking areas. But yeah, I think it's going to be something like that. Like, what have you?
That's
The
crazy.
eye in the sky. So
Yeah, I think that's just wrong. Like it's just wrong because you shouldn't be able to do stuff like that. And it's because of those it's because like I don't know, it's just like the government shouldn't have that much control over someone's life, but in I guess it's different because it's China and they're already like
communists.
communists. So it's just like that's what I don't know. Maybe that's what the people are used to there, but
So
that seems insane.
yeah, because this it's gonna lead into another question. But before I want to cover some more things from this. So like based on your credit score, you could be banned from flying or getting on trains. You could they could throttle your internet speeds, so you get no MySpace in China anymore. They could ban you or your kids from the best schools, stop you from getting the best jobs, keeping you at the best hotels, Motel 6 all day, baby, and having your dog taken away. Those are some of the punishments you can have for having a bad. Oh, and publicly being named a bad citizen. Those are some of the bad things that can happen, under this proposed credit thing that's happening in 2020. It's supposed to be unveiled in 2020. Um, so so this is and so we so that's covering it. One issue I have with it is, I mean, we spoke about the cameras, but like a lot of China is still like rural, right? Like it's still
Yeah. I mean,
farmlands
I
and
would assume I don't
agriculture.
really know.
I feel like a lot of it's still agriculture based. So like, are you just gonna build cameras remotely in these farmlands and stuff, or is it just gonna start off in like these big cities, like I guess like Hong Kong and all these other ones? I don't know any Chinese cities, and I would probably butcher the names if I went for it with them. But yeah, Beijing, Shanghai. Oh yeah, those are Chinese cities.
That was solid. That was good.
Hey, but but yeah, so like I guess you could start out in those big cities and see where it goes from there. But yeah, a lot of it's still rural, so I don't know if you can try to monitor people, because when you just move out of area, wouldn't you just move from places that had like this type of surveillance?
Yeah, that would make the most sense. I don't know. It's weird because it's essentially it's rewarding. Like if you have good behavior, then they'll like they won't mess stuff up. But instead, it's like you have to be on good behavior, or else they'll like fuck shit up type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like well, you're gonna have shitty internet, or you won't be able to fly wherever you want, or all that kind of stuff, which is kind of I don't know.
Well, it's wrong.
Maybe it's wrong. It is wrong. If they would have put like some positive incentives, then it's more of like a game, and I might have been down with it. But just the fact that it's just like it's all pretty negative, and well, I don't get down with that.
Well, I think there are some positive like when you say positives, what do you mean by that? Like you like
I don't know. It just seems like all of the things were like all of it was kind of like if you have like a lower credit score, then you have bad internet or you have limited places where you can fly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could kind of I don't know.
I see what you're.
I think I'm looking at it more as like a there's not human lives involved. I'm looking at it like a game, which is not the thing to do. Well, I think that's why I'm fucked up, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it. But like I guess it's just the opposite would be like if you have good credit, you can get on any plane you want. You will have high internet. You can go to the best schools, get the best jobs. So I guess just the opposite of those. You get to keep your dog. You know, so I guess I guess that's what the good thing as far as credit goes. Like, so how does that factor into like travelers, like tourists? Do they get a credit score, you think, or do they just?
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I wonder if it is like it must just be for like the Chinese citizens. Like, there's no way they could like if you went to China for a month or whatever, and then they're like, well, you just got yourself a Chinese credit score.
Yeah.
Good luck.
You can't fly anywhere. You can't fly out of China anymore.
You're stuck here, idiot.
Yeah, you can't come back.
I don't know, that's so strange.
So like, cause my thinking behind it is if you have if this credit score thing affects tourism, isn't like I don't know how like economies work, but like I figure like in the U.S. like tourism is it's big money for like any country, any city. Tourism is like big. It's a money grabber. So I think like if you go like China doesn't want to lose that. I don't think any country wants to lose that tourist dollar.
Right.
So I don't think it would affect citizens, but let's say you go over there and you meet a girl that has bad credit, and then you want to marry her and bring her over to the United States. When you marry her, do you get her bad credit score, or vice versa, or can she leave with your credit score of 0? How does that? Does bad social credit transfer?
That's crazy. I don't know.
Because then, you know, then you have segregation based on credit score instead of, you know, yeah. There's like it's like like social credit segregation. Oh, dude, I forgot. There's this show called Black Mirrors.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
I've only watched one episode and it's crazy. And they actually have an episode on social credit. And this girl like,
oh shit, for real?
Yeah, like it has what's her name, Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper's a baseball player.
No, that's her name, Bryce Howard. Bryce Dallas Howard. Bryce Dallas Howard from from Jurassic Park and all those other movies. She's actually in that episode, and she's like trying to get this apartment in this world and like live where like the beautiful people live because they have like great credit, and like every little thing she does like negatively affects her credit. And so it's like it just shows you if you could watch that episode and see how negatively it turns out, where people just go crazy because they're trying to like maintain this good social standing when they're getting dinged for like everything. And it's like people like you could like walk into a store, you don't tip somebody, Oh, that person gets mad at you, dings your credit. Somebody doesn't like your outfit, your
That's crazy.
credit score is dinged. So now you're like, it's like living that Instagram life, but in real life. Trying to maintain appearances. So that's what China's trying to get into. I don't know. It's pretty. You should watch that episode. I think it's called. I don't know. I lied. I don't know what it's called, but you can look up. You can look up Bryce Dallas Howard Black Mirror, and you can get to that episode. Pretty interesting episode. Also, I kind of want to talk about this a little more, but there's an anime called Psychopaths that's kind of about this social credit system. It kind of can show you like a type of world like that. So, because we're running on what is we got like 41 minutes.
Yeah, well, just to like end what I have to say about it, all I know is whenever you brought it up, like certain things came to my mind, and it was the book. I don't even know if it's the right year, 1989 or whatever, that I had to read in high school. That was about like Big Brother watching, and the other thing that popped in my mind was like Hunger Games type of stuff. It's like all of those types of things where people are held in certain classes and all this and that, and it's all of it's just bad. So there's no way to like support it. I was just trying to think of things that I don't know. I was just trying to like see what the reasoning is behind it, but obviously China's on like a different level. They were also on that freaking like one child policy at some point, and they still might even be doing that.
I think they still might be doing that.
China's just on another level, bruh.
You know what's funny? Like, this is one more point. Dystopia. I said it right now. It's all those these social credit things they have in common is like dystopia. Like these are people, these are storylines or worlds that like have like no other option because like their resources are like decimated and conventional means of policing won't work. So you need to like have these credit systems and social classes based on things like that. So it's crazy that China's doing that when they're considered a first world country. But I guess I guess resources are strapped over there for like space and not like going outer space, but like actual space in their country.
Yeah, they just got too many domes in China.
They got too many domes, so it might be dystopia over there already, and we just don't know about it. But apparently, the U.S. owes them a lot of money, so they could be doing something right over there. You want to intro this one a little? Because this is the one you brought to my attention.
Oh, okay. I was trying to think. I was like, what am I introing again?
Yeah, this is the one you brought to my attention.
Oh, okay. So, what I'm bringing to the table for this pod, my idea, something that came up, I think maybe like a week ago, or that's when I noticed it. I saw a little article on it, and it was the old NotMyAriel hashtag that I saw. And first off, when I saw it, I was like, huh, what the hell does that mean?
She running for president?
So then, like, I started looking into it. Yeah, I was like, I don't even know who Ariel is, and like, why are we not a part of Ariel? And then, the farther you dig, you eventually find out that they're talking about a Disney cartoon about a mermaid, and the hashtag NotMyAriel is the fact that they just casted, because they're doing all these live action Disney movies now, they just casted a black girl to play Ariel. And there's a bunch of like people, and what the article that I saw said, they called them, I think they called it White Twitter, was coming out with all the hashtag NotMyAriel stuff because they're pissed because she's not white, she's black. So there's people pissed about that. Now, Robert, how do you feel about that?
Okay, so we discussed this like we discussed this a little bit, and my initial reaction to it is like, I think it's dumb. I feel like anytime they try to like bring a black character, people go into like an uproar. Like, remember Hunger Games? In the movie, they had a character. Her name was Rue in the movies, and they made her black. And I thought when I saw Hunger Games, I was like, that little black girl. She's like one of the cutest girls I've ever seen. She's adorable. Like, she totally like made me feel like she needed to be protected in Hunger Games. I thought she was just an adorable little girl. And
Yeah,
then
for sure.
when I saw like Twitter, they blew up because like that wasn't. They were upset that because they were like, she's not black in the book. In the books,
What?
it's like the books. I remember like I think I read that one. I think the books like say she has dark skin or something like
Yeah,
that.
the only thing I remember from the books was them. I don't remember them ever bringing like color of skin or like race or anything into it. It was just like where they worked.
Mm-hmm.
Like these were the people who worked like and did the they were the farmers and ag people. That's what like whatever. I don't even remember Hunger Games like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
it never was like, oh, the Asian people were in District 6 and the black people were in District 8 and it was never like that. It was just like what their like profession
Mm-hmm.
was where they were.
Yeah. I'm trying. Like I was trying to remember if there was like race in there, and I thought I could. Like I haven't read the book in a long time. I thought it just said she had dark
Yeah,
skin.
same.
That's what I thought.
Maybe. Yeah,
So like
yeah.
in
Yeah, it's
my
been a long time for me too.
so in my mind, I was like, if she could be black, she can be like maybe like a Middle Eastern color or something like that, or whatever. It doesn't matter. But like
Yeah.
I felt like she fit the role. Like she made you want her to survive, and it made you feel for like a little kid that was in the Hunger Games that had to like a 12-year-old girl that had to fight in this Hunger Games. It made you feel like she did. If you do the role right, you think that should be enough. But this Ariel, not my Ariel thing, people are not happy about this one, or they are not happy about it. Like why? Like what's the problem, Carl? Like I'm not saying you have one, but like what do you think is the problem with people caring about this?
It's I don't I honestly it's weird like because I went then after that I like went to like look at people's reasonings like why they don't think it's like why they weren't a fan of it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And even like the reasonings were dumb. They're like it was like, well, this is based on a Nordic fairy tale and like we all know that Nordic people aren't this and that. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like first off, you're talking about a mer person. So why are you getting all hurt? I think white people are starting to get more uncomfortable with the fact that they're not going to be like the overall power in the United States because it's literally a melting pot and all these freaking half breeds like me are popping up. So I think they're getting a little. I think they might be getting a little nervy pants, bruh.
That's hilarious. I mean, yeah, I mean, I agree. Like there, I think there is like, because Hollywood's doing a lot of I guess color washing. I guess that's the term where they're making characters different races. Like in the Spider-Man series, Mary Jane is black, and I didn't think there was,
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there was a lot of issues with that because overall it's like a refreshing change to like that character. It's like it's interesting. I like it. I think Zendaya does a great job of that role. It's different from Mary Jane, but she does a great job. But like I don't know, it's just like they just don't approve of this, and it's funny because I don't remember any of the uproar with Aquaman being not being white, and I was a little disappointed with Aquaman not being that blonde haired loser that lived at the bottom of the ocean. Oh, they tried to make Aquaman so cool, bro. They had to go get Jason Momoa. They turned Aquaman to like a New Zealand super war fighter. That's what they did. But no, we know the real Aquaman. The real
Yeah.
Aquaman is that blonde haired loser. I got the L on my forehead right now because he's an L square loser. All he could do was talk to fish in the water, and then when he got too far away from the water, he had to bring a bucket to use his powers. That's who we know Aquaman as. But they tried to change it. So like it's funny, but there wasn't that type of outcry with Aquaman. But another mer person, you turn that one black, and there's issues.
And now that I'm thinking about it, if it's not Disney or whatever, or I don't even know what it was classified under, but like Green Lantern, they cast Ryan Reynolds. There ain't no uproar from anybody for that.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Green Lantern
You
that
know what
I
I'm
know
saying?
is
Like,
yeah. The Green Lantern I know is black.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You didn't see like everyone getting pissed that he wasn't black and it was Ryan Reynolds. It was just like, huh, that movie sucked.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, like there was no like hate that it was white Ryan Reynolds. It was just a bad movie,
yeah.
and it's like I don't know. I just get so fudging like embarrassed, and it's just bad. It's just sad for that kind of stuff to like become relevant in my head. That I don't care who gets cast as what. Like if they do a good job, they do a good job, and I ain't gonna be mad about it. I don't care if like they casted like it would have been like people getting all pissed off that in Avatar.
Mm.
Wasn't it Avatar Last Airbender? Aang looked like well, I guess they kind of hit it. They got like Indian people to play stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone in Avatar Last Airbender, like the Fire Nation and everything, they're like
Asian,
Chinese
yeah,
looking Asian, you know?
yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah.
they casted a bunch of Indian people. And
Mm-hmm.
it was like no uproar about that. It was just like I don't know. The white people just are easily like they are easily aggravated, I guess.
Yeah, they get triggered a lot easier than you think they would when they're usually the
Yeah.
ones. Yeah, they get triggered, and not to go on a racial soapbox, and we don't do that here, but
Right.
I mean we are observers of history. We observe, and we're just making comments on what we see. Um, I do have an opinion that I've developed where I kind of don't. I kind of I'm fine with Ariel being black, but I kind of see this as Disney trying to take advantage of diversity or representation issues. Like everybody knows, that's one thing that all minorities complain about is representation in TV shows and movies and stuff like that. They always want to see more
Yeah.
blacks in movies. They want to see more Latinos in movies, more Asians in movies, and more of this. Everyone's just tired of seeing white people in movies, but like, hey, it's whatever. So Disney is, also owns Marvel, and as you know, I think last year they put out Black Panther, which was a huge hit, brought in so much money, and I think this Black Panther is one of the first Marvel/Disney movies where a large majority of the viewership were black people. And I don't think black people necessarily, and I could be wrong, this is just my opinion, black people necessarily are going out to Marvel movies in droves like they did for Black Panther. So my conspiracy theory is that Disney were like, how do we get black people to come out to this movie? How do we get the African American dollar? Because that is a powerful dollar in the U.S. Because African Americans,
Mm-hmm.
it's a power. It's a dollar. We spend a lot on the stuff. So, and don't want to get in all that. Again, talking about that, but so they're like, well, why don't we make Ariel black? Even if it makes sense or if it doesn't, who cares? I don't care if it makes sense or not. When I first heard it, I was like, oh, that's dope. But then, so they're like, okay. And then what that does is that automatically upsets the white fan base, or not even saying the white fan base, but people who want to keep that continuity. One thing about Black Twitter, Black Twitter, they feel that they've been marginalized, or if they get triggered or if they get upset, then they're going to support what they feel they need to support. So now I feel like and I don't usually speak for a group of people, but I feel like if you speak to a lot of black people, they'd probably be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna see it just to support it. I'm just gonna support the movie. So you could see that Black Panther level support just based on because we're talking about it. The majority of people that was complaining about Ariel being black were white people. Um,
Yeah.
And then so we can basically, black people are probably like, you know what, we're gonna show up and support, because that's one of the first things that I thought when I saw it. I was like, oh, I was like, black people got to support this because this is a big move. We got to support this movie. So I'm even thinking about going to see it, just because.
Well, especially if like there's like an outcry, like the hashtag NotMyAriel, then it's like, well, it's like I think it encourages more. It's like, well, now we definitely have to support because all of these people are like, she can't be this and that, and it's like, well, now it's like kind of like supporting your own or something like that, you know?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
And this person, her Holly Berry, she's actually a singer, and she has a group with her sister, so she has her own fan base in her own right. So like she can sing, and the one thing about it is Ariel is somebody that sings in her movie. So to me, like a big prerequisite on this whoever wants to be it, she has to sing. And I just feel like if I like people that are upset with her being black, I just I have a little cousin of my own, right? So you're saying that my cousin can't like grow up and aspire to like want to be she can't. So you're saying that like black girls can't watch Disney movies and say, man, like I really love these songs. When this movie comes out, I want to be like that leading actress. You're saying that like Asian people can't do it, Mexican people can't do it, like these Mexican little girls can't do it because just because this cartoon character was white, they can't grow up. You're saying like the only people that could do it is white people, but I don't want to get into all of that. That's something that's a whole different issue, and I just feel like I want my cousin to know that she can grow up and want to be a fish one day. And I don't want
That's right.
I don't want anybody
She wants to be a fish.
I don't want it to be a fish. You got people out here being whatever they want to be. And if you want to tell me my little cousin can't be a fish, you know what? Screw you. There are all these people in the world that want to be what they want to be, and we just like, whatever, do what you want to do. But as soon as my little cousin want to be a fish, you're going to tell her she's wrong? Screw you, bro. Screw you.
That's funny.
So, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous. I don't understand why there should be any uproar against like who gets cast. It's whoever earns a role should get the role. That's just how it goes.
No, that's true. That is true. Like
And then just my own little quick whip on like, oh, if you're mad about Ariel being cast as a black person, everyone should have been mad when Robin Williams and Will Smith were cast as a genie because it should have been a blue person. So get the hell out of here. Okay?
Oh, you're right. The Blue Man Group got screwed out of that route. They got screwed out of that. Oh man. So
that's just wrong.
That you bring up a good point. That is a really good point. And I got another conspiracy theorist about this because I don't know if you heard, but Mulan, and this is what I've heard from people, and I'm kind of running with it as truth. Mulan is not going to have Mushu in it, and there's not going to be any singing. So I think Disney knows that this Mulan movie is going to be trash. So they're like, we got to hit, we got to hit on something. So yeah, there's not going to be any Mushu in this Mulan movie, man.
That's trash. Yeah, and you know, and even I'm gonna take even further. You're gonna be mad about Ariel being cast as a black person. Then you should be mad that Simba, Nala, the pig, the Timon, all those motherfuckers were cast as human beings.
Oh shit,
really
you're right.
Just cast lions.
You're so right. You're right. Bro, they should just have the whole thing with subtitles. They should just have lions and subtitles. That's it. That's
really
it.
Should have just been like Planet Earth with David Attenborough just commentating it, and like that's the Lion King.
If David Attenborough was on this Lion King, I guarantee it would be 10 times better. Because I saw a clip, a trailer of this movie, and it basically looks like watching Discovery Channel with voiceovers. So
great.
I think this movie, I could be wrong, but I think this movie is gonna be trash. I think it's gonna be trash, and I could be wrong. I might pay and go see it. I might go see it just because of nostalgic purposes. But I'm
Oh,
going
for
in.
sure. I think I'm gonna have to pay to go see it
Yeah,
too.
I'm going in with like really low expectations, like the type of expectations that like I'm not thinking this is gonna be good, just because you put Childish Gambino and Beyonce in there. I'm not. It doesn't make me any less apprehensive that because do the lion's mouth move?
Bro, I have no idea.
I don't think they
I
move,
have no clue.
and I'm basing it off this clip I
Hopefully they
saw.
do. That'd be weird if it's just
I
like
think it's just voiceover. Like
it's just like their thoughts.
I think they just look at each other and they're like, "Oh, I just can't wait to." It's just gonna be like that. It's just gonna look at each other. Simba's just gonna look at Nala and she's just gonna know what he's thinking. They're all gonna be like,
I saw some tweet and I hella resonated with it. It was like if within the first like 3 seconds when the sun pops up and I don't hear the
"Nice."
I'm gonna be pissed.
That's true.
That was a tweet and I was like, I'm so down with that.
Yo, that is true. That is, if this movie's trash, I'm gonna join that Not My movement. I'm gonna be spamming Not My Lion King for the rest of my life. Because if they mess up this Mulan movie and Lion King, I'm out. Those are in my top 3 Disney movies.
For sure, yeah.
And mine was always Hercules, Disney. I mean Hercules, not Disney. Hercules, Lion King, and Mulan. Those are my top 3. And if they mess up Lion King and they mess up Mulan, they need to whatever they got with Mulan, they need to destroy that script, keep the girl, get Eddie Murphy, pay him, make him Mushu. They gotta get Mushu in this, and they gotta get the singing. Like I need that. Like what is that? The Dark Side of the Moon. Like what is that song? Where he's like, let's get down to. Yeah, that song. Mysterious as the Dark Side of the Moon. Come on, baby. If that's not in this movie, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, we literally just watched that movie when we went to Colorado for vacation. We like had one of the nights where we just watched like random movies.
Mm-hmm.
Mulan was one of them, and we like went back and watched that song a second time just because like it's hype, bro.
That song was like one of the
we
best.
We was ready to go to war, bro.
That's one of the best Disney songs out here. And if they don't have that,
they don't play that for the Area 51 charge.
Oh
bro.
shit,
Come on, bro.
Bro, what if they don't? They have to play the Nachi Binya for the Area 51 charge. Like the guards, it's gonna be from the guards' perspective. The guards are gonna be sitting there on the chair, and then the sun comes up, and then all you hear is that song, and then like you just see 1,000 Naruto runners. 250,000 Kyles and all these rocks coming at you.
Oh damn, that would be crazy.
So, and you know the rules. Once we bring it back to the first topic, that means the show is usually over. I mean, yeah. Once you bring it back, that means it's done. End of the roller coaster. So you got any lasting anything you want to finish out with?
No, I'm just glad to drop another epi.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking on all these animated movies, I seen Coco. Also, for like the second time, realized that was one of the most hyped movies.
Really?
And don't ever leave your people off the ofrenda, my guy.
The ofrenda. Right. I'm gonna have to check that out. I haven't seen that movie yet.
Yeah, check it out, bro. It's on Netflix. Heart slapper, bro.
All right, I'm gonna check it out. As you guys know, we said a lot of things on this episode. Some things we were unqualified to say, and some of the things we said was just uneducated. And if you felt that way, as we always say, you made the right choice and you're at the right spot. This is Unqualified and Educated with Robert and Carl. Thanks for tuning in, and see you later.